How's it going, guys? It's Aaron here. Welcome back to another video. I want to thank all my longtime viewers and subscribers for their continued support. It really means a lot. And for all you new viewers and hopefully soon to be subscribers, I welcome you to the channel. Here on Computer Dynamo, we do primarily tech-related videos, unboxings, reviews, and even some informative videos, hopefully that you can find value from. Today, I think, is one of those. It's actually a product review of the CalDigit TS3 Plus. I recently unboxed it. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out in the link below in the description. Otherwise, you'll be familiar with the product. It's basically a hub that allows you to connect with one cable many different devices that range from USB-A to DisplayPort to USB-C to Thunderbolt to Ethernet, all over. And it's really a very nice, solid construction, and it's a beautiful little machine. It supplies full 85 watts, even though it's an 87 watt computer that I have. It generally requires 87 watts to charge a MacBook Pro 15 with Touch Bar at full rate. It has an 85 watt charging support on this model. It still fell short, and unfortunately so. This was a massive disappointment, this little unit. I was really expecting a lot more from it. I've only had it a few days. I only used it for a couple days, and honestly, it's really not lived up to the expectations that I had for it, and I think they were perfectly reasonable. Where should I really begin? Looked nice on the counter. It started to work okay, but when you really use it for a little while with some of the peripherals that I need to use it for, it becomes very apparent where this device falls short. Number one is there is a plethora ports on the back of this device. 4 USB-A ports on the back, 1 on the front. The nice thing is that they're powered. The problem is that there are none that are not powered. There aren't any that are not powered, which basically means that a device that's connected that expects a signal from the computer to know whether to power down or to spin down, it'll never get that signal, or it'll get it very late. So basically, I had an external hard drive, desktop drive, that would be powered off the wall. It would have a connection normally to the computer via USB-A, so when you plug it in here, it works fine for transferring the data to the computer, but the minute you unplug the dock from the computer, it continues to spin for quite a long time. Also, for my audio interface, I use a Steinberg UR22 audio interface, notably for my Yamaha studio monitors, mostly, not so much for input. And what I notice is that when you disconnect, since it's a bus-powered USB connection, you'd think that it would actually be beneficial to be connected to a bus-powered device, a powered USB port rather. But the problem with powered USB ports is not that they supply power, it's that they supply power even when your computer's disconnected. So it's nice when you're charging, let's say, an iPhone off of it or another device, but when you actually need it to spin down or power down or go into standby mode, it's really not a very good solution, because when you connect the interface, it will, if the dock is not connected to the computer, but the interface is connected to the dock, it will blink incessantly and will not stop. It'll keep you up at night if it's in your bedroom. It will just be a huge disruption, because the device, the interface we're discussing here, doesn't have the proper control signals from the computer to let it know that it's connected to an approved device. Instead, it's connected to this power source, but it's not actually able to interface with this like it would a computer. I noticed a little bit of a workaround after contacting support. They were somewhat helpful. I think they tried a little bit, but they didn't really read everything that I wrote them carefully, so some of the responses were kind of, unfortunately, CalDigit support was kind of not as thorough as I'd expected. They'd give me some incorrect information, initially telling me that there were both non-powered USB-C ports and A ports, when in fact there are non-powered USB-C ports, which did work, but there's only one on the back and there's one on the front. And I don't want to clutter up the front for things that are going to be more permanent. And on the back, one just won't do. And they also said in an email after I had responded, well, can we hook up a splitter? Can you provide a splitter? Not only could they not provide me a splitter, they said, we ask that you don't use splitters on these for, I guess, lack of better words, unexpected results may occur, whether it's power to and from the device and also the data connection might be brittle, I guess. But anyway, not enough non-powered ports, too many powered ports for my taste. And here's the real showstopper, because you could technically adapt the interface. I have a cable that actually goes, I believe, from USB-B to USB-C, and that did work, but then I need the hard drive to also be adapted, which I could do. It would be connected to the front. It'd be kind of ugly, to be honest. It's not what I wanted for, I'll tell you now, it was more than $300. I didn't want to say it before, but it's more than $300 when I purchased it, at least. Not really worth it to me. The construction is nice, but the function's just not there, unfortunately. Not to my exacting standards, and quite frankly, not to the standards that I would have expected, even as just a regular person, but somebody who spends that much money for a product like this rather than a simple dongle or adapter, even a multi-port adapter from Amazon. The real showstopper that was the problem was it causes interference with my audio interface. Okay? First thing I thought was maybe routing the audio interface through this device might produce some sort of dirty signal. I don't know if it was for power, for audio, but what I found was that was not necessarily the case, because if I connected this to my computer but did not connect the audio interface to this, connecting the audio interface rather to the computer in a separate USB-C Thunderbolt connection, it still produced the same type of interference. I tried moving the devices somewhat apart. It wasn't quite enough. I don't know how much separation they actually need, but the minute that this docking station is connected to my MacBook Pro, it causes interference with the audio interface that causes my studio monitors to become loud and staticky, and it's really a very unpleasant experience, and quite frankly, it's not acceptable for me to have to spend this much money on a product that I can't use as the one cable solution that I bought it for. So that is a disappointment, and I don't see a way around that but to return it and try something else in the future. Hopefully that will be an opportunity for me to review a different product that hopefully performs more up to my standards than this one did. The cable is a nice cable. The power brick is massive, and it takes up a lot of room on the floor, which is the only space I have room for it. But this cable was just also too short. It's 0.7 meters, even though I decided to go with that rather than the 2 meter. Just for all of you out there, even on a desktop, this is kind of short. So I would advise you pick a longer cable, even though it's an extra 30, 40 bucks. Just go for it, it's worth it. You'll have more flexibility. Maybe get 2 lengths if you want to have a short one and a longer one. But pick up at least 1 longer cable, that's a tip. So this is your review for the CalDigit TS3 Plus. Hope you learned something from it. I hope I prevent you from making a purchase that you regret later, or at least giving you some heads up so that you're more informed if you do purchase it. This is also going to be a reboxing. I will not bore you with that, but as you can see, I have the box here. I have some of the warranty card information, I guess, the cables, the chargers, and I'm going to box this thing up, send it back from where it came, and call it a day, because quite honestly, this is a frustrating experience. I was really looking forward to it. It's disappointing, but you know what? There's another product out there, I'm sure, for me. We'll test it. It'll be another experience for you to see other options out there for Thunderbolt 3 docks, and I don't plan on stopping now. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. If you didn't, you can hit the thumbs down button as well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this and like my other honest and critical reviews and my other tech videos. I think you can get some value out of that. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button so you can receive updates when I post new videos. And don't forget to leave comments, what you liked, what you didn't like, questions you might have for me about my experience, recommendations for the future, what you'd like to see in future videos. I appreciate your feedback because it's a gift, and I'm always looking to get better, and that's how I'm going to get better, by listening to your feedback out there. Anyway, until next time, do what makes you happy, and go out there and pursue your passions. I'll see you in the next video.